Good morning, students. Welcome to this session. So, in this session, we will study about the construction and working of the reciprocating pumps, that is, positive displacement pump. Okay. So, reciprocating type positive displacement pumps, again, they are found in hydraulic system. Okay. So, hydraulic system, we will be using this positive displacement pumps. Okay. So, again, this reciprocating also widely used, and there are two types. They are radial piston and axial piston. So as the name itself suggests that how it will work. So radial piston pump means what? It will be working, that is in the radial direction, and in the axial piston it will be working in the axial direction. So first we will study about the radial pump. So we can call it as the radial plunger pump. Okay. So it consists of a stationary cylinder block with 5 cylinders arranged coplanar with equal angle between them. Okay, so here you can see this is the stationary cylinder block. Okay, stationary cylinder block here, and 5 cylinders are connected. Okay, 5 cylinders are arranged. So here these are the 5 cylinders. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cylinders. So they are arranged in the coplanar way and with the equal angle. So what are the equal? So you can divide 360 divided by 5. So that much angle will be available for each 5 cylinders. Okay. So the 5 cylinders means what? They are pistons are arranged. So 5 pistons and one reciprocating inside with each other. So here you can see that is pistons, 5 cylinders are there, means 5 pistons. So this is the piston number 1. I can see here this is the piston number 2. So this is the piston number 3, 4, and 5 pistons. Okay, so 5 pistons are reciprocating inside each other. So they are reciprocating inside with each other. Okay, so here you can see this one. So this side is the inlet. Okay, and this side is the outlet. So same way for the all the 5 cylinders. Okay, so pistons, they are connected to the single crank by individual connecting rod. So how this all 5 cylinders they are operating? So they are operating with the help of this cam follower, which is connected with the single crank. Okay, so with this single, so this is the single crank. Okay, so this is the crank, that is with the help of the camshaft follower and the single connecting rod. So suction ports, they are connected to a single suction pipe, and delivery ports, they are connected to a single delivery pipe. So this inlet is nothing but there, that is connect. Inlet means what? That is the suction. Okay, and outlet means what? It is the delivery. Outlet means what? It is the delivery. So when the shaft is rotated by means of a prime mover, okay, so here for moving we are using the cam follower. Okay, for the moving of the crank we are using the cam follower. Okay, so when that moves, okay, so what will happen? The piston will reciprocate in the cylinder and perform suction and delivery of the fluid. So you can see here this, as this cam follower is moving. So okay, so this reciprocating piston, so piston is also moving. So when piston is moving in the downward direction, so that time the suction is happening. Okay, so when the piston is moving in the upward direction, so that time the delivery is happening. Okay, so delivery is मतलब initial suction हो रहा है, suction के बाद क्या हो रहा है? Like you can assume, you can relate with this with respect to the suction and compression stroke, suction and compression stroke of the reciprocating engine. So here only thing what we are using the oil. So oil, it is delivered. So in this way, for the all the cylinder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cylinders we can deliver. So mainly this operation will be done the radially. So radially, why? Because this all the cylinders are connected radially, and here cam mover is used for the rotation. So same way we can use electric motor also for the reciprocation of these cylinders. So Okay, so in this way, so the radial pump will operate. So okay, so here 5 pumps are used, so you can use up to 7, 9. Okay, so that will be in the odd numbers. Then second one is about the axial plunger pump. Okay, so here you can see the diagram of the axial plunger pump. So here what happens when the shaft is rotated, the shoe plate will also rotate with it, causing the pistons in the bores to reciprocate. Okay, so again this casing will be there, that is cylinder block will be there. Okay, so here the shaft is there. Okay, so this shaft, when this shaft rotates, that is whatever the shoe plate is there, shoe plate we can call it as wobble plate, we can call it as swash plate, we can also have the slipper plate. So these are the three types of axial piston pump. One is the wobble plate, swash plate, and the slipper pad. Okay, so here what happens, for the half rotation of a cylinder block, it causes suction of the oil into bore, and the next half rotation causes the discharge. Okay, so here you can see that this shaft is rotating. Okay, so when the shaft rotates for half rotation, so this plate will be rotating. Okay, so plate will be moving forward and backward. Okay, so when this plate move forward, so that forward means what, so here this piston will come to this side, so that time there is this suction. So suction, so here you can see that is the suction yahan se ho raha hai. Okay, so this is the suction, and here this valve will be there, so this valve will get open. Okay, so ये inlet valve है. Okay, so these two are the inlet valve. I will write it as I inlet valve, so for your understanding. Okay, ये दो inlet valve है. Okay, so suction हो गया for first off rotation. So second off rotation में क्या होगा, second off rotation में क्या होगा, so when this was come to this left side, ठीक है, तो वो it will expand. It will expand means what, so here, so this will be closed, inlet valve will get closed, and this one will open. Okay, so this I will write it as outlet. Okay, so this side. Okay, so this is the outlet. Okay, so here outlet ho gaya means what, from here the oil will go to the delivery. So this is the outlet. Okay, so you can see that this is the inlet and outlet is here. So this suction and delivery is happening how, because of the rotation of this shaft. So first half rotation suction is taking place, then second half rotation delivery will happen. Okay, so there is 8 or 12 number of such bores which are continuously performing suction and discharge in sequence. So hence the pump, it discharge, whatever the discharge is there, it is smooth and continuous. Smooth and continuous. So here you are seeing only visible is 2. Like that we can have the whatever the bores are there, we may have up to 8 or 12 bores. We can have up to 8 or 12 bores, so which will be performing the continuous suction and discharge operation. So here the discharge is determined by the size of the bore, then number of the pistons, then stroke length, and the speed of the shaft. Okay, so discharge, it is depending on the size of the bore. So whatever the size of the bore, you have to decide. Then number of the piston, how much will be the number of pistons. So same number of, if we are using 8 number of bores, so that much piston will be used. Then the stroke length, what we will keep the stroke length, and the speed of the shaft. Due to the speed of this shaft, we can get the size of the discharge. Okay, in this way we can have 3 types. What are, so this is the plate. Okay, so this is the plate, this is the plate, so that plate will be moving forward and backward direction. So that we call it as oval plate, swash plate, and slipper plate. Then in addition to that is radial piston pump and axial piston pump, we are also having screw type pump. Okay, so here what happens, as the screws rotate, inlet side of the pump is flooded with the fluid because of partial vacuum. Okay, so here what will be, here this the screw pump, it will be connected to the shaft of the prime mover. So as the shaft will be moving, so here also the screw will be moving, and there the partial vacuum will be created, and due to that the oil will enter inside. Okay, so when the screw they turn in normal rotation, the fluid contained in compartments is pushed uniformly along the axis towards the center of the pump, where the compartment discharges the fluid. Okay, so when this is rotating normally, so you can see here that oil will be carried through the screw. Okay, and finally that oil will be discharged to the outlet. So here what happens, fluid, it does not rotate but moves linearly as a nut on thread. So fluid is not rotating, so it is what, it is moving with the screw threads, and it is very quiet while operating. So here the screw pump, it will be the noise whatever is there, it will be very less for the screw pump. So what are the advantages of screw pump? That is self-priming, more reliable, it is very quiet due to rolling action, it can handle liquids that containing gases and vapors also, long service life. Then disadvantages that it is bulky and heavy, sensitive to viscosity changes. If we change the viscosity, then the screw pump will not operate that much efficiently. Low volumetric and mechanical efficiencies. Then manufacturing cost of precision screw is high. So what are that screw threads we have to do, that manufacturing cost, so that precision will be high. Okay, so these are the some of the advantages and disadvantages of the screw pump. So in this session we had the discussion of the radial plunger pump, then axial plunger pump, okay, and the screw pump. So this ends the construction and working of the positive displacement pumps. So next we will study about the efficiencies of the pumps. So thank you very much all of you. Take care of yourself.